TKO Part 10 Crabs in the Barrel. They made it to a Narcotics Anonymous meeting that night and continued to go for a while. It wasn't until Trisha ran into a friend who was not a true friend but a drug friend who owed her money that she was lured into the bar one night for what she told herself would be a soda. But then someone she knew sent her a drink and she didn't turn it down. And then she was invited to the restroom. She hesitated but found herself sliding off the bar stool like a robot programmed for disaster. She marched right to that restroom and then the package came out. And then her nose found its way onto the straw that pulled that powder right up into her sinuses, and the familiar bitter drain down her throat landed her back at the crack house that night like she had never left. She found the courage to go home the next day when she thought Ronald would be at work, and she found a note from him telling her to pack her shit and get the hell out. She didn't pack, but sat down on the bed and cried. Once Ronald got home from work, he ranted and stomped and screamed at her, and the minute she opened her mouth to say something, he found his fist in it without even realizing that he had swung at her. After cleaning up the blood and putting some ice on her face, he apologized and told her he loved her, but added that he could not continue with her if she was going to keep using drugs. That is, until her purse fell to the floor from the snack tray that was next to the bed, and he saw her stem roll out full of residue from smoking crack the night before. He picked it up, sat down on the bed, and looked at it. Then he picked up an ink pen and pushed the screen that was filled with the residue of what she had been smoking and saw that it was stuck. So he picked up a cigarette lighter and swirled the flame around the screen and saw the residue begin to melt. He pushed the screen and it slid ever so slowly to the top, collecting a thick pile of crack residue as it approached the edge. He put the stem to his lips and flashed the flame back and forth across the tip of the stem, each time relishing the sizzle and crackle as he pulled the thick white smoke through the glass. As the world turns. Trisha spent the entire night that her girlfriend brought her home from the bar with a black eye and swollen face, trying to figure out how to get Ronald out of jail for hitting her. The next morning, she got up and her girlfriend fixed breakfast and they both sat down and ate without saying much. Trisha felt slightly ashamed that her girlfriend knew she was going right back into the situation of madness with her boyfriend, but that was a fleeting thought that quickly turned to arrogance of, I don't give a damn what she thinks, floating through her head. With that expression showing on her face and emanating from her being, her girlfriend didn't say much else, and Trisha thanked her girlfriend and left, walking up the street.